Hey folks, it's Jim. Going to do a video on some of the differences between the 2019 Rover and the 2018 Rover. One I really don't like because unfortunately the way they mounted the disc brake on the 2019, when you saw my video about the disc brake lock, that kind of negates our ability to slide that disc brake lock in where we used to, which is where I liked putting it. So now we have to load that disc brake lock back behind on the back side, but that's all right. But just a minor complaint that I like the way they had the brake mounted before, but for whatever reason Rad moved the brake down. But let's get up and let's take a look at some of it, and I'll try and point some of the differences out. These stripes, just so you know, are different. On the old Rover, we had radpowerbikes.com on this rail. Now we just have 3 orange stripes. This printing is a little bolder than on the 18 Rover, where it's a little thinner. I don't know if you can see that or not. Everything else seems to be the same, cranks, everything like that. The one thing that they did change up, which you might be interested in, is it's a beautiful looking cassette back here. It's either stainless or nickel plated or something. Really nice cassette. I'm really liking that. But let's take a look at the brake mount. Let's get you in there. See if you can see that. See where they've mounted the brake now? And this is where I was putting the disc lock. So that to me was a little discouraging, but we can put it up here and lock the disc, or down under there, wherever you like, but it will be on the disc at any rate. I'm just afraid that they'll have an easier time to break the disc or something and get it off, but not a big deal. The other thing on the Rover is the integrated brake light slash tail light, which I'm kind of frustrated too, because you can't order the extension cable. Either you buy Rad Power Bikes rack, or you cannot move this to the back, because the extension cable to be able to move this to the back of a rack is not available. So that's another little frustrating, tedious thing that I am dealing with, since I prefer my Ibera setups. Because I love my bag setups, and now you can see why too if you've watched my other video with the day bag and all that, which I never showed my original day bag, which has the side panniers. But other than that, the bikes are pretty much identical. Now the other thing too is the reflective sidewalls. I did shine lights on them. They're very bold. I wish they would have just done the Kenda and Rad Power Bikes printing in reflective, and forget the sidewall stripe. I really don't like it, but you know, that's you know, it does make you bold. You can see that from quite a distance as your side profile appears. But other than that, the bikes seem identical. You know what I mean? There's really no changes. I've ordered in my fenders, my rack. I've already shown that the rack's in. The day bag. This day bag is actually for the 2019 Rover. And the rack, I got that in a combo kit. If you didn't watch my other video, saved me some money there. Yeah, so they're pretty much identical. I haven't noticed really any other differences. Everything just seems to be the same. And, you know, again, it's a Rover. So I did check the tires on that. All the assemblies seem to come in. The only thing I didn't that was a problem with this is my rear brake was pretty much frozen on the new 19 Rover, and I've had to do a lot of adjusting with that for whatever reason. I don't know, it came misadjusted or mounted from the factory. I don't know, or maybe something hit it in transportation, but I had to release it to test drive it, and then I've still got some adjusting to do because it's dragging just a wee bit. So, but other than that, assembly was super simple. I do like the idea of the brake light. I just wish the extension cable was available for those of us that aren't using the Rad racks. And but yeah, anyway, 2019 Rover's pretty much identical, so Same battery, same drivetrain. You know, the brake, the only big difference is the way they've mounted the brake, and that cassette is definitely a lot different from our older cassette in the back for our gears. So anyway, 2019 Rover versus the 2018. You know, same ride, same feel, no real difference. Yeah. I just wanted to go over these things. Again, if you got a 2019 Rover and you watch my disc brake lock alarm video, we can no longer mount it where I did before because of the way Rad has mounted the rear brake. But yeah, simple, great. Yeah, it's the same Rover really, just a couple of upgrades. And we do have the K-Rad liners in these tires, which are supposed to give us a lot more puncture resistance. And from what I hear, they really do. So that is another great upgraded feature on the 2019 Rover over the 18 Rover. So anyway, hope you're all doing well, and have a good one.